Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of VGC Prep. You may notice I'm actually wearing headphones for the first time. The reason I'm doing that is because the other day when I was battling, I actually had headphones on. I was listening to music, and I surprisingly was doing a little bit better than I normally do, and I think that's mainly because I need some sort of sound going on. Outside of my voice, of course. So listening to the music is great, and I obviously can't really use the music in the recording because it could get copywritten for that. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to choose a good music really quick. Looks like we're doing 20. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I kind of want to try out. So it doesn't affect you guys at all. Except for maybe getting better battles, I don't even know. I do know that when I did do this in the past, I used iTunes and not the game volume, which is what I'm doing. I'm using game right now, so we'll see. Also, really cool news, I actually got Landorus Rocky Helmet this time, so hopefully that will work pretty well. We're searching for a trainer, and it's taking quite a while. I don't really understand why not, but hey, it gives me some time to just talk and get some stuff out there. Yeah, we're at 1526, not so great. We obviously got a lot better with this team before the rating was reset, so that's really unfortunate. But we'll see what this guy has. So, it looks like he's got Suicune, Thundurus, Entei, Crobat, Sylveon, and Kangaskhan. So, only one potential Mega, and that is Kangaskhan. So, I think we're going to obviously assume that is going to be Kangaskhan. What I'm thinking is we can maybe start off with Cresselia and Landorus. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't really know. Maybe Landorus and Sylveon. We do want a Trick Room setup against him, mainly because there is a lot of things here that could do damage. So I could bring Cresselia. I do believe this one has the Mental Herb. I have to check that real quick. No, this one actually has Safety. Right, I changed it to Safety Goggles because this team has no way of dealing with sleep. So we had to do that. So the Taunt Thundurus is really obvious. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Landorus, Sylveon, Cresselia, and Kangaskhan. And we'll see how well that goes. Now, yeah, I'm hoping that's good enough. This team obviously needs quite a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go into this team. You know, it has a lot of synergy. But the issue with that as well is the fact that while it does have synergy, it doesn't really do a very good job of dealing with that synergy. So, you know, like, Landorus and Cresselia Talonflame do really well because I can get the Earthquakes off. Landorus has really good Intimidate support, but at the same time, what does Landorus do for me, you know? So I think what I'm simply going to do here is I could go for Rock Slide and try and take out the Crobat, but my main issue is that this Kangaskhan is going to want to try and take out my Landorus, which I'm fine with. I'm actually not going to protect, so I think I'm going to go for Rock Slide and Hyper Voice. I'm just trying to decide if I should be worried about the Cross Poison. I think they really only carry Brave Bird, so we're going to try this. Now, it is going to be Mega Kangaskhan. Let's hope he fakes out the Landorus, because they do tend to run Scarf Superpower, which does one-shot Kangaskhan's, I think, for the most part. Damn, it's going to be the Sylveon. Well, we'll still be able to get a Rock Slide off onto the Crobat. He does go for Tailwind, which is not horrendous. He outsped me already, so it's not a big deal. But he's probably going to double edge my Sylveon. Now we get a flinch. I don't know if that really mattered. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to Hammer Arm the Kangaskhan, and I'm going to protect with my Sylveon. We'll see what that does. He's probably expecting Landorus to be Scarfed, so he's going to... I don't know what he's going to do. We'll see. He Brave Birds into the Sylveon, and he double edges into the Sylveon. Cool. So that was a really good turn for me. I get my Hammer Arm off, and that should take it out. And it does. So sweet. That was actually a really, really good turn for me. I'm very happy about that turn. It worked perfectly. I didn't expect double into the Sylveon. He really did not need a double into the Sylveon there. I don't know what he would have done with the Crobat, to be quite honest. The Crobat probably wouldn't have really been able to do anything to my Landorus. Sometimes they carry Super Fang, sometimes they don't. So it's kind of a toss-up there. So Brave Bird is going to hurt my Sylveon, that's for sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Cresselia for Landorus, expecting either an Ice Beam or a Scald. And I'm just going to go for a... Oh, wait, no. I'm going to go for Hyper Voice, but that's resisted. I'm going to... Yeah, you know what? No, because he's going to damage himself with Brave Bird, so I am going to go for Hyper Voice here, because that will hit the Suicune as well, which is something that I want to do. Now, the Scald Ice Beam into the Landorus is pretty obvious, you know, but it looks like... Okay, no, oh, that does nothing. I know he's at -1, but I expected it to do a lot more. So he's actually going to go for Scarl. No, oh my god, I can't say it. Snarl. Jesus. But that's fine. I'm just going to get a Hyper Voice off here. I'm going to go for that Tricky Room. The Tricky Room. He might taunt me, actually. Ooh, what have we seen? We've seen Tailwind and Brave Bird. He might taunt me. That's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna Psychic the Crobat just in case it taunts me, and I'm gonna go for another Hyper Voice. I'm expecting a taunt. Yes! Alright, good. Exactly what I was hoping for. And he does go for Snarl again, which, I mean, I guess is gonna be a problem. But I do still have my Kangaskhan in the back, so we'll see how much I can do with this. Hyper Voice at -2, of course. Psychic will take it out, though, because Psychic should definitely take it out. And we do take it out good, so he's not going to be able to get Tailwind up again. Not that it really matters, my team's relatively slow, so I don't really care too much about that. But Hyper Voice one-on-one actually does a good chunk of damage, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, let's see what comes in now. This is the last Pokemon left. And it's going to be a Sylveon. So that is an issue. Basically, my best bet for winning right now is to beat the Suicune. Tailwind petered out. Just trying to think what my best play here. Should I protect with my Sylveon? Yeah, I'm going to have to protect the Sylveon. I'm going to let it go down next turn, though. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want him to take out my Sylveon with Suicune and then hit my Cresselia with a full frontal Hyper Voice. But it looks like he predicted that pretty well. Does get a burn, but he does go for the Hyper Voice. So I will get a Psych off, excuse me. I'm fine, honestly, if he takes out both my Pokemon this turn. Next turn, rather. Because the Suicune is at a good range. And... yeah. Tailwind is definitely out by now. So I'm just going to go for Psychic on the Suicune, and I'm going to go for Hyper Voice. I fully expect both of my Pokemon to go down this turn, and I'm fine with that, because with everything that's going on right now, that's going to be more than enough for me to win with Landorus and Kangaskhan. So basically, I guess my best bet would be to... Oh, I thought I outsped for a second. I didn't see the Japanese name. I just saw Hyper Voice. I was like, yes! Alright, so my best bet is to bring out Landorus here. Obviously, I have no choice. I have to bring out Landorus and Kangaskhan. But I do believe that is a potential win for us. Kangaskhan, I have to double check, but I do believe outspeeds my Landorus. And I should maybe take out the Suicune first. Let me just check on my speed. Summary, speed 99 and 110. So yeah, Kangaskhan does outspeed. So do I outspeed the Suicune? That's the issue. Just in case I don't, I am going to protect with my Landorus, and I'm going to Mega Evolve Double Edge into the Suicune. Now, you could predict that and go for a Protect with the Suicune, but overall, that shouldn't be too big of a loss for me because I will still be able to outspeed and I will be able to hopefully take out the Sylveon. So Landorus goes for Protect, so if the Suicune's slower than us, we got it. And it is actually faster than my Kangaskhan, so that was a spot-on prediction, if I do say so myself. And of course, the Suicune is going to be the biggest threat. I can take at least one Hyper Voice. We haven't seen, it might be Specs. Actually, no, I don't think it can be Specs with the damage it did to us. To the Cresselia. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to simply just Double Edge and Earthquake, and that should clinch our win. I know I'll be hitting my own Kangaskhan, but I think the Double Edge will be more than enough. And since Kangaskhan does attack first, we'll get that damage off first, and the Earthquake, I said Earthquake. That's very weird. The Earthquake will take it out. So we didn't need the Earthquake at all, so we did actually end up getting it with the Double Edge, which of course does happen. And we actually survive at 11 HP. That is awesome. So I'm really liking this this music going. It's definitely putting me in the zone. Definitely putting me in the zone. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I think this is going to be a regular thing. It works. It works a lot because it just keeps me in the zone and lets me, you know, figure things out. So I like it. I don't know. Commentary's coming out because for me it's just kind of flowing. I have no idea what I said in the last 5 minutes or so. No idea. It just flew right out of me. So hopefully it was good and concise and it worked. I just feel in the zone right now. I feel in the zone. This is definitely going to be a recurring thing. But yeah, so new teams. I'm going to be working on a Mega Abomasnow team like I had promised. Over the next week or so. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I think I'm honestly just going to take someone from one of the Nugget Bridge teams. I think it's like Palcho. Oh shoot, oh my god, guys, we're battling Osiris. I don't know if you guys know that. I forget exactly how he placed, but he was one of the top people at Worlds. I don't know if this is the exact same one. It could be. So this is going to be kind of interesting if it is. I'm kind of excited. Hopefully this will go pretty well. What we have to basically figure out is I'm going to start off with Cresselia. Cresselia is going to be pretty solid here. It gets the Ice Beam, has the Psychic. I'm also going to start off with Talonflame. I know that seems really bizarre, but Talonflame does hit a bunch of things here pretty hard. And what I'll be able to do from the Talonflame is if he starts off with the Landorus and the Thundurus, I can switch into my Landorus, which will, you know, drop the attack, of course, and all of that. Plus, what Cresselia Talonflame does is it threatens that Breloom potential lead. And Landorus also threatens pretty much the rest of his team. And I'm also going to bring Kangaskhan. We're going to try and get Trick Room up as fast as we can, I think. I don't really know. His team is relatively fast, except for the Sylveon. So it's going to be Kangaskhan and Thundurus now. We can expect a potential Fake Out. And a potential Taunt. And I have to try and think of what my best play here would be. I don't want to switch into my Kangaskhan because Kangaskhan will take some damage, and I don't want to switch into that. I can predict... Basically, I have to think of what he wants to do here. Is he going to taunt the Cresselia and fake out the Talonflame? Is he going to fake out and taunt the Cresselia? Is he going to fake out the Talonflame and Thunderbolt the Talonflame? Or is he going to do a combination of the two? Is he going to double edge the Talonflame and fake out the Landorus? Or taunt the Cresselia, rather. My best bet is to go for Trick Room and switch into my Landorus. Because right now, I think Talonflame does kind of threaten the Thundurus. These kind of situations are where, you know, I'm really thrown around as to whether I should go for Safety Goggles or Mental Herb on Cresselia. Because, you know, Safety Goggles is really good against the Brelooms, but at the same time, Mental Herb is a lot better for things like, you know, Thundurus. So we have to see what happens here. He does go for Fake Out, hopefully onto the Landorus spot. Yes, okay, so he's going to get Rocky Helmet damage from that, which is good. I was hoping he would fake that out. Now let's see if he goes for Thunderbolt. Let's hope he goes for Thunderbolt. Oh, drat. Okay, so we did miss out on that prediction there, which is totally fine. We're still in a decent position, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for an Ice Beam onto the Thundurus, And I'm going to go straight for a straight-up Hammer Arm onto the Kangaskhan, and hopefully that's going to be good. Now, he actually switches out the Kangaskhan. A good play because they tend to be very, very, very scarfed. But I'm still not too concerned. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's going to be an HP Ice that we're going to be seeing. And that actually doesn't one-shot my Landorus, which is very, very funny. I don't obviously do a lot to this, but it's not Rocky Helmet, so I think it's safe to assume that it's possibly Scarfed. We do some pretty decent damage to that Thundurus. I think... Okay, so... Ice Beam on the Landorus is pretty obvious, right? I want to get rid of the Landorus. I want to get rid of the Thundurus. That's probably my biggest threat right now. And I think... I don't necessarily want to switch into my Kangaskhan here. He's not... Is he going to go for Earthquake? He's not going to go for Earthquake. Honestly, if I switch into Kangaskhan here, I think that's my best play. I want to preserve Landorus as much as I can. I might regret this. I might completely regret this. He might be going for Rock Slide, which is a very possibility, I guess. No, straight up for the knockoff, which I'm fine with. That won't take me out. It will do decent damage. And he does go for Hidden Power Ice, which won't do too much to my Kangaskhan. Not a lot, actually. And we do get the Ice Beam off. Now, I didn't go for the Landorus because it was kind of an obvious play, and I wanted to get rid of the Thundurus. Now, here's where we play the fun game. Thundurus is probably going to go for Taunt here. I'm going to Ice Beam the Landorus, I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to Double Edge the Thundurus. Let's see how well this goes. I Ice Beam the Landorus, and I Double Edge the Thundurus. He withdraws the Landorus, sends in Heatran. Not a bad play. I'm not exactly sure what he predicted there, but we'll see what it was. Thunderwave. I should have gone for Taunt, or Trick Room, rather. I'm fine with that because now I can get it off as long as I don't get paralyzed. But I am going to go for Trick Room here. Okay, so we have lefties, which makes me believe you're bulky. I am going to go for Trick Room here. And he's going to outspeed me, so I'm going to Protect with Kangaskhan. Heatran goes for Protect. I wish he didn't do that. Kangaskhan's paralyzed and cannot move. Don't go... And he goes for Taunt. Damn it. Really wish I didn't get paralyzed there. Well, it's fine by me. I'm going to Ice Beam the Thundurus and Double Edge the Thundurus. Actually, no, I'm going to Hammer Arm the Thundurus just in case I actually do KO the Thundurus. Goes for Substitute. I'm fine with that. Okay, we get the Ice Beam off. Does this KO? Please, 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 please. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. And we get paralyzed for a third turn in a row. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Well, I'm going to do the same move again. I'm going to Ice Beam the Thundurus, and I'm going to Hammer Arm the Thundurus. This time we will be Hammer Arming the Heatran, as long as it doesn't take us out here, which it probably will. Yes! Some hacks on our side, thank you. Which is fun. We'll trade in hacks here. And I don't think I'll KO the Heatran this turn, because it seems to be very bulky, so we have to hope. And I don't get Parahaxed, so I will knock out the sub, and I'll do a good chunk. I need to hit it without a sub to actually KO it. Yeah, I probably would have KO'd it had it not had a sub, so that's good to know. Taunt wears off. Okay. He's gonna bring in Kangaskhan, I do believe. And I think my best play... Who do I have in the back? I have Talonflame. he does bring out Kangaskhan. He's probably going to fake out Cresselia. I'm trying to think. I'm going to bring out Talonflame. And I'm actually just going to go for a Hammer Arm onto Heatran. The reason I'm doing that is because I know this might be really risky. I'm really hoping he fakes out the Talonflame. And he does. And he's probably going to go for Heat Wave. And the reason I didn't switch into Landorus is because Talonflame avoids. That's not who I wanted to avoid. Damn. And this way I can KO the Kangaskhan with Brave Bird and then go for an Earthquake. You know? He does still have the Landorus in the back, which is an issue. That is an issue. So I'm going to bring in my Landorus here. We're going to get that Intimidate off. And I'm going to Brave Bird the Kangaskhan. And I'm going to go for Earthquake. I know that that's kind of a crazy move, but I have to go for it anyway. He's going to switch out into Landorus. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to do that. But this is honestly my best play right now. Because even if I miss if I don't KO with the Kangaskhan with Brave Bird, maybe I'll take it out with the Earthquake. So he does withdraw, as much as I pain to admit it, I was right. He does go into the Landorus. I could have predicted that and switched into my Cresselia, but I needed to preserve Cresselia as much as possible. He's actually faster than me, than my Talonflame, which I'm actually completely fine with. Don't get me wrong, I'm completely okay with that. And I will get my Brave Bird off. Now, is this going to be enough? I am at -1. That is going to be an issue. Oh, it's not enough. Can probably come back from this, I think. Depends on who he wants to fake out, or Sucker Punch. Well, I'm locked into Brave Bird, so I have to go for that. And I'm going to go for Trick Room. Nope, yep, no, I lost. Oh, wait, this doesn't take me out. Oh, crit. Oh. It was a haxing match, I'll say that, but there were plenty of opportunities for me to come back. Yep, no, that's unfortunate. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do believe that was one of the top players in the world, so that I'm completely fine with that. I think. I could be completely wrong. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Launcher, and the crossbow's pretty weak. Now, he is pretty tanky, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So, cutscene.